I am Supreme. Today's Astro Oracle investigation will be on Joniah Walker. Joniah Walker is a Milwaukee teenager who has been missing since June 23rd, 2022. She was 15 years old at the time of her disappearance and would be 18 years old as of May 2025. Today is April 3rd, 2026. Joniah Walker would be going on 19 next month. Still, she is missing, and no one has heard from her to this day. Despite nearly 4 years of searching, her case remains unsolved, and her family continues to advocate for answers. She was last seen June 23, 2022, around 2:30 p.m. near East Reservoir Avenue and North Bethune Street in Milwaukee. She vanished while waiting to meet her father for a work permit. A Ring camera spotted her with a large green backpack, and she later texted a therapist that she was running away. Family suspects she may have been lured or groomed online. That's all of the information that they have. Of course, there are podcasts on her Facebook, Instagram, Reddit posts and information. What happened to Joniah Walker? Now, I went over her charts, and I'm going to go over with you what I found in her charts. Joniah Walker was born May 15th, 2007, and she went missing June 23rd, 2022. Her birth chart formulates a Pisces rising chart because the sun was in Taurus the day she was born and the moon was in Aries. And y'all know how I formulate time, the sun divided by moon cycles. So when you put an Aries moon in Taurus's house, which is the second house, Pisces comes first. Pisces is all about hidden activity. Now, this is Joniah Walker's birth chart. Her disappearance chart formulates a Capricorn rising chart, because on the day she disappeared, the sun was in Cancer and the moon was also in Aries, just like it was when she was born, which is a very important dot that we're going to connect. Here goes the Aries moon right there in Cancer's house, the fourth house. The day she was born, the Aries moon was in Taurus's house. So, this Aries in the fourth house is the house of family. However, this is a 10th house chart. The 10th house is the house of the father. That's right. The 10th house is the house of the father. Law enforcement. The authority figure. Now, being that both moons, the day she was born and the day she disappeared, was in Aries, I followed Aries first because Aries rules Mars. And Mars will give you a good idea what type of crime or physical altercation or confrontation took place between two people, places, or things. So, being that we know Aries is in the house of family the day she disappeared, and this Aries energy in the house of family lands in the father's house, which is the 10th house. Okay? Now, she was last reported to be waiting on her father for a work permit. But she also texted a therapist that she was running away. If she was running away, she'd be disappearing. The 12th house. In the 12th house, that day was Sagittarius. Let's see what was going on in the 12th house in her birth chart, and let's see where Sagittarius is in her birth chart to give us any clues on whether she ran away or whether her father has something to do with this or somebody in the family. Now, in the 12th house, I see Aquarius. Aquarius is the group, the friend, the stranger. Somebody we don't know, but she knows because this person is hidden. Okay? Now, Sagittarius is in the 10th house. Again, the father's house. So, ironically, Capricorn, which is the energy that rules the father, but it's not limited to the father. It's also law enforcement and the authority, the overall authority figure, period. This authority figure, Capricorn, is in the 11th house, which is Aquarius's actual house. And Aquarius is the energy of the hidden friend. So let's look at what was going on in Aquarius's house the day she disappeared. Scorpio, the energy of sex and death and merging. Was she merging with this friend? Did this friend help her to run away? Aquarius is right here in the 2nd house of money. This is Taurus's house. Now, Joniah Walker is a Taurus. Now, these are the notes that I took along with what I've already explained. I'm going to go over these notes and then I'm going to pull cards and give the soul of Joniah Walker a voice. So, I did see the father. I also saw the friend. Now, this could also be the father's friend. This could also be a foreigner. Sagittarius is foreign energy. Sagittarius is also journeys. So she very well may have ran away because she was last seen on surveillance footage with a big backpack, a big green travel backpack. Like, this backpack was big. It wasn't no school backpack. This was a camping backpack. Sagittarius type backpack. Not Gemini. Gemini is the local environment and local travel. Sagittarius is the opposite of Gemini. That's long distance travel, camping travel, journeys, hiking. What's flight travel? Airplane, air flight travel. I don't know why the hell I forgot that name. Flight travel. The fuck is going on? So, both moons in Aries also showed me that there was some financial deception and foul play going on. Lies were being told with communication and over the phone, messaging. There were lies that was being exchanged. We don't know who these lies was coming from, but they were about money and whereabouts, information, lies. Could the father have unalived her? Could somebody in her family be responsible for her unalivement? Let's look in the house of death. In the house of death, the day she disappeared, I see Leo. Leo is the energy of romance, children. Now, Leo comes from Joniah's 6th house of work, which is Virgo's house. Now, Virgo is right here in Libra's house of relationships and partnerships. Could this person that she was running away with be a co-worker? Now, her mother did say that she had to meet with the father. Joniah had to meet with her father to get a work permit because the specific job that she was working at, she was still a minor, so she needed a work permit. Could she have met somebody at that place of work and exchanged information, phone numbers, and they were talking and planned to take her away? and made her believe that this was the travel aspect of the job. We don't know. Let me tell you what else I saw. I also saw that if her father is responsible for her unalivement, it was because she may have been pregnant with his baby. I saw that, and I'm sticking to it. Could this have been his baby if she was pregnant? Sex trafficking her. Was he sex trafficking her? Did he get her pregnant by somebody else? Or was Joniah pregnant by the person she ran away with? Or was she even pregnant at all? Being that there was a prominent Sagittarius energy, which also represents journeys in the woods, I also see that if she has been unalived, her body may be in a wooded area. Now, let's give Joniah Walker a voice. Let's give Joniah Walker a voice. I'm going to let her pull a chart. It's going to let us know when and where. What happened to Joniah Walker, who was born May 15, 2007, who disappeared June 23rd, 2022? What happened to Joniah Walker? Shouts out to a subscriber and viewer, Donnie Mack. I appreciate you. Look at that card that came out. We're going to get this card. What is this? Saturn in the 9th house. Saturn rules Capricorn, the authority figure. And it came out in Sagittarius's house, the 9th house of journeys, long distance travels. She just may have ran away. That card came out and we sticking to it. Energy don't lie. Now, Saturn that day was in Aquarius. And when you put Aquarius in the 9th house, guess what comes first? Gemini. Gemini is the local environment, the 3rd house. There goes Saturn in Aquarius right there in the 9th house. Why did Saturn in Aquarius come out? Because Saturn rules Capricorn. And remember, Capricorn in Joniah's birth chart is in Aquarius's house. You can't make this up. Capricorn, the planet Saturn, rules Capricorn. Saturn came out. Saturn that day was in Aquarius. What are the odds that Saturn was in Aquarius and Joniah's Capricorn, which is the energy that belongs to Saturn, is sitting right here in Aquarius's house? What is this saying? This is saying that either this is a Capricorn individual, but this is definitely somebody of status, of an authority figure. This could be the father's friend, but this is also, I believe, a foreigner, a foreign friend. It could be a foreign law enforcement friend. Now, Uranus is the planet that rules Aquarius. What is Uranus going to tell us? Where's Uranus at? Uranus is in Taurus. When Uranus shows up in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus is an out-of-the-box earning capacity. Taurus is sitting over here in the 12th house, hiding. A hidden earning capacity. I believe this was a friend of the family. Because look at Aries right there in Aquarius's house. Aries in Joniah's birth chart is in the second house of money. And remember, the moon was in Aries both the day Joniah was born and the day she disappeared. Look where Aries was the day she disappeared. Right there at the home and family. Now, if this is not a friend of her family, then she is definitely at the home of the person who she disappeared with. She is at their home. I want to pull a message from my message. Something told me to just pull 3 cards. What happened to you, Joniah Walker? Where are you? I'm talking to her soul. Whether she is alive or dead, the soul is independent of the body. So I'm talking to her soul. Where are you, Joniah Walker? In 3 cards, I'm going to pull 3 cards. What happened to you, Joniah Walker? And where are you? Where is Joniah Walker? Where is Joniah Walker? 1, 2, 3. All right. We have infidelity. We have a disagreement, which most likely led to foul play, or this may be the reason why she's leaving, why she left. And then we have abuse of authority. Now, authority is Capricorn energy. Abuse of authority. What could this mean? Infidelity, a disagreement, and abuse of authority. Could she be with her boss? Could that be the Capricorn energy? What? What is going on, Joniah Walker? Because Saturn is a planet that rules authority, and Capricorn is the energy that rules authority. Now, infidelity, that's a Libra energy. That is negative Libra energy. That is abusive Libra energy. Because Libra rules the partner. And in Joniah's chart, Libra is in her house of death. Could she have been unalived by somebody she may have been talking with or in a relationship with? Could this person be her co-worker, somebody that was helping her? Where's Libra at in the chart that Joniah pulled? Right here in the 5th house. That's Leo's house. Now, Leo shows up in the house of death the day Joniah disappeared. Leo rules the sun, and the sun that day was in Cancer. And Cancer is right here in the 7th house of relationships, where infidelities take place. But why is Cancer there? Cancer is the home, family, and the mother. And Capricorn is the father. So what can infidelity mean when Cancer shows up in the house of infidelity in the negative? And then in Joniah's chart in the 7th house of relationships, I see Virgo, the co-worker, or somebody helping her. And then in the 7th house of the chart that Joniah pulled, I see Sagittarius, the person she ran away with. So if we connect all 7th house dots, this can be somebody in her family, a friend of the family, co-worker, probably somebody that helped Joniah get that job, that may be affiliated with her mother or her father. and Joniah's in the middle. This could be about her relationship. Maybe she was in a relationship with somebody that we don't know about. What happened? What is going on with Joniah Walker? I'm going to pull 3 cards from here. 1, 2, 3. All right. Violent. Something violent in the 12th house. That is the house that Joniah was born in. And in that 12th room, you see Aquarius, the friend. I believe she was attacked. Consensual in the 9th house. This is who she ran away with. The 9th house. In the 9th house, in the chart that Joniah pulled, look what you see. Aquarius. We just got finished talking about the violent activity that took place in Joniah's birth chart in the 12th house, which is where Aquarius is. The next card says consensual. Her running away was consensual. Nobody kidnapped her. She knew where she was going. It was consensual, but she still met with foul play. The 9th house, Aquarius. Consensual 8th house activity. Consensual 8th house activity is sex. The 8th house is the house of sex, death, shared resources. Now, maybe they agreed to work together, or he agreed, or she agreed to help Joniah, he, she, whoever it was, whoever this friend is. We don't know. We don't care if it was a man or a woman. We just want justice for Joniah and to find out whether she's dead or gone or whether she's still alive so we can find her. However, a consensual activity showed up in the 8th and the 9th house. We know for certain that this is the travel. This is the runaway right here. And she's with the friend, Aquarius energy. Now, this, I believe, is a friend of her father. Or if not, this is a friend that's in a position of authority. That could be law enforcement. Now, this consensual activity in the 8th house could be Joniah being pregnant with that individual's baby. Leo in the 8th house represents child death. But this is also a death that was dramatic. A dramatic death. And let's connect all of the 8th house death alignments. And look what you see. The 8th house, the day she disappeared, you see Leo. Drama. The 8th house in Joniah's chart of death, you see Libra. Somebody she was in a relationship with. Consensual. The 8th house of death in the chart that Joniah pulled, look what you see. Capricorn. I feel like Joniah was pregnant. Saturn rules Capricorn, and it came out in the 9th house. This consensual affair. She ran away with the person she may have been pregnant by. But that person could be her father too. Something violent happened. The 12th house violence. Let's connect the 12th house dots. In the chart that Joniah pulled, Taurus is there. This could be theft, property theft, financial thefts, the stealing of money. In the 12th house, which is the chart that Joniah's her birth chart, I see Aquarius in the 12th house. The chart the day she disappeared, I see Sagittarius. Something is stolen. Something is stolen. Where is the body of Joniah Walker? Dead or alive? Where is the body right now of Joniah Walker? Today, April 3rd, 2026. Where is the body of Joniah Walker? Where is the body of Joniah Walker? Where is the body of Joniah Walker? In the wooded area right there in the 10th house. I knew it. I saw that in the charts, and I told you. It looked like the screen just went dark. Maybe her spirit just passed by. You see, I didn't touch nothing but this wooded area in the 10th house. Because Sagittarius is there, that represents the woods in the 10th house. But the day she disappeared in the 10th house. Her body is in a wooded area. It is hidden in a wooded area. Pisces is the hidden. Sagittarius is the woods. The 10th house is the partner. If she is unalive, whether she is dead or alive, she's in the woods. Either she's living with this, with this partner, or she's been unalived. Either way it go, she's in a wooded area. And that's my reading on Joniah Walker, and I'm sticking to that.